good morning, afternoon, evening, all my dividend investors. Today is 1/9, so the market's closed, but the screenshots are from 1/8. So let's get into today's video. So we're looking at this article. It's talking about parents boosting college savings to shield kids from crushing burden of student loan debt. It was published on the 20th of August last year, so a fairly recent article. Here are some of the key points. The federal student loan forgiveness was up in the air at the time, and the rising of college costs now are a top concern for families. Parents are reprioritizing saving for higher education. Recent studies are showing. Now, families are increasingly taking advantage of 529 college plans, which have even more benefits in 2024. Yet only 30% of parents are on track to reach their savings goals, according to Fidelity. So let's go and take a look at this. So they're talking about the federal student loan forgiveness, and while some people aren't going to be able to get that, so more parents are trying to prioritize saving for their kids. 74% of parents have started putting money away, according to Fidelity's college savings indicator. And they polled nearly 2,000 families with children that were in high school or younger. And then they just kept hearing from other people that they were doing it. So I don't know that we will have as much as we hoped, but just the fact that we've been steadily contributing gives me a certain degree of reassurance. So it sounds like they could, take some time to really look at how much they're putting in and how much they're expecting at the end when their kid actually goes to college, so they can better plan for that. Yeah, a lot of students have been concerned over how high student loan balances have been getting, and families are beginning to basically work together and realize the value of higher education they want to get out of, and what they want to get out of their higher education. Nobody wants to be a part of the $1.7 trillion of student loan debt. That's crazy. Almost $1.8 trillion dollars. Wow. So this person who was a physician, $315,000. I thought he finished. Said it's been miserable. Now, Dave Ramsey would say, might have a big balance, but you also should have a big shovel to go with it, so it should kind of like balance out. Not that it's not tough to pay, but he should be making a lot, like 200 or whatever. Like he should be making a lot of money. He also has 2 sons, and he started saving for their colleges as soon as they were born, because he didn't want them to experience the same thing. All of a sudden, your life is all about trying to get out of a strangling debt. So he's contributing to their 529 plans, but it's been a sacrifice for him, such as foregoing extra payments towards his own loans. Now, on one hand, I get that, but on the other hand, you got to get yourself out of debt too. So yeah, what I would say to him is maybe pause on doing this for now and focus on getting your own student loans taken care of, and then go back to doing this whenever you're done with that. And that'll give him more money to contribute to the plan at that time anyway. So what else? So among the 94% of parents funding their higher education for their kids, almost half say that savings is their primary way of paying it. More than 1,000 parents of children aged 25 and younger. They polled more than 1,000 parents. So okay. For the first time in the College Savings Foundation survey history, more than half of all parents say they are tapping 529 college savings plans. So I guess more people are using college savings plans now, 529 plans now, than before. Total investments dropped to $450 billion. That's pretty cool. It's up 10%. So, financial experts and plan investors agree that 529 plans are a smart choice for many, but regular contributions have taken a back seat, paying more pressing bills or daily expenses, which is understandable, because if you have bills and expenses, those are probably going to take priority over saving for college. So until you can get that handled and under control, you're not even going to be able to divert money to do that. But they're hoping to use savings to pay for 67%, but only 30% are on track to hit that goal. People still value college educations, but they don't plan for it, or they're planning for it. And this just talks about some of the benefits, which you can roll over to a Roth if they don't use it, or I think it's up to 35,000. You can do like apprenticeship. You could do like some of your student loan payments. Like it's only like 10,000. Yeah. So just talk about some of those things. Higher contribution limits of 36,000 if you're married. You can also super fund the account, which is do 5 years worth in like one time, so that gives it more time for more money to grow. But when you do that, you're doing it, you can't do any more money for the next 5 years, but it gives it more time for it to grow, so it still can be beneficial. So the grandparent loophole. Oh, this is the FAFSA, simplified FAFSA. Benefits for grandparents who own 529s for their grandchildren. Oh, so before it didn't used to go on there, and then you could get untaxed income, and then they would reduce your aid. But they no longer have to answer questions about contributions from grandparents. Oh, so that's cool. So grandparents can do it and you still get financial aid. So if you have grandparents and you can get them to save for the college, have them put the money in their name, and that way your kid can get more money and it won't have to go in there forever. That's actually a pretty good loophole. More people should probably be looking into that. So this is a nice little tip for a lot of people. A lot of people probably don't know anything about the fixed deduction or credits for contributions. So there are many advantages. You can get tax deduction or credit, and they do tax advantage earnings on the growth, and then it's tax free if you use it for the right expenses. And then some states have other benefits on your state plan. So yeah, that's very interesting. If you have the ability, the means to invest in a 529 plan or some other way to save for college, you should probably do so. It's good to help out your future scholar there. And but if you're not in a position to do that, then you need to be focused on getting out of debt and making sure all the bills is paid. Make sure you have your emergency fund, 3 to 6 months, all those good things, and then go back to doing it. Make sure you're saving for your retirement as well. So if you don't do that, you don't want to be a burden on your kids in the future. So, and investing in these high yield dividends could be one way to do that, right? So what you could do is take some money and put it into these funds, and then take the income from those funds and use that money to deposit in there. And once you build it up, then you're going to be getting that money every month, and then you could just be putting that money in every month, right? So you build your portfolio up to being $2,000 a month income, then you're putting $2,000 a month into your kid's college, right? So there's that. There's $24,000 in a year right there. So let's take a look at the portfolio. So here the account value was, for sure this is a slightly higher than it was before, but like 236,000. Hold on a second. So here we can see that's the account value. Total unrealized gain or loss. This part of this is due to some stuff we did in December, which I'm very sad about. Anyways, you can see here are the positions we currently have in the account. So we only have 7 positions. We're gonna add more because we want to get some supporting ones. I see we recently added Tesla at 3120 shares, and that payment was technically in December, so it was last year. We got like 4K from that one, so that was cool. So you can see the total gain loss currently where we are with all these. So you can see the total for the entire portfolio here. Eventually, I'm going to grow this CRF and add CLM in because of their maintenance requirements. But yeah, this is where we're at. Currently, we also got more NVIDIA. So we were at 128 shares and now we're at 507. We just did what was left over from the payment. From that payment that we got previously. So then we're also gonna go here. This is the current estimating. So from 1.8 this year to 1.7 next year. This is the amount currently estimated for the year. So one thing I want to do is track this over the next year, like every month, every couple of weeks or whatever. Look at this number, and then we're gonna analyze how much money we actually end up receiving for each month and see how close to accurate this is. Now, it's not gonna be super accurate because we're gonna keep buying more shares, right? So it really should be going up over time. So it should, and in the end of the year, it should be higher. But I do want to track it and see what actually happened. I might do a separate thing, but do it based on the current number of shares, so we can get it accurate to see how accurate it actually was. The estimate versus what we actually received if we would have kept everything the same and not actually added to it. But at this rate currently, you can see we're at 20,600. It's averaging for the month. So if you take that divided by 12, that's what you get. So hopefully this year we're gonna double that to 40. So minimum you want to get to 30, but really want to push that 35-40 range, getting towards that November, December time frame, October, November, December time frame. So we'll see how it goes, how we can do that. But yeah, that's one of the goals is to get to. Also, if you take that in half, so let's say everything, the market, everything dropped by 50%. So then we begin 10,300 a month. So I'm not super worried about the market going down because of that. To me, it's still a good amount of money. It's still $123,000 a year on 724, so still doing pretty good on that front. And if you take that number and you do if you take that number and you do a 30% drop, and it's $14,000 in a month. $173,000 in a year. So we have 30% drop in the market, or 30% drop in our portfolio. Still get $14,000 in a month. So I'm pretty good, pretty happy with that. I don't know about you and your needs. So the last thing we're gonna look at in this portfolio is we're gonna look at the dividends we received for the first week here. So the first week in 2025, I keep wanting to say 2024. we received from RDTE, IWMY, NVIDIA, Cornerstone. So, and the reason Cornerstone is listed twice is the reason Cornerstone is listed twice is because we have it on dividend reinvestment. So as soon as the dividend comes in, it just buys a fractional share of that same amount. And just really only like 2 shares. It's not, it's not that much money. Eventually we're gonna grow it. I don't know if it's gonna be this year. I think maybe I'm gonna wait till I get higher income monthly, like maybe 40, 50, 60K a month, and then dump into it. If we're at 60K a month, we do 10 months, it's 600,000 going in the Cornerstone. So I want to wait till I can like really get some good amount of money in there before I just start dumping into it. And then you'll start to see days gains, weeks gains, and more of those in the account because it's gonna drip at NAV. So we're gonna get like whatever 30% premium or something. So we're gonna automatically get like 30% gains every month just from doing that. So over time, should feed into it well and help with that overall balance. So for the first week of 2025, we received 671.05. Now the other thing is this week is going to be repeated at the end of this month, right? So because Tesla paid here somewhere in one of these 2 days, so NVIDIA's paying here, so this goes NVIDIA, Alti, Misty, Tesla. I have to look it up again, actually. Let me go back. So the schedule shows that for Group B ETFs, so you see this 1/6. So 1/6 is when a Group B pays. So you go B, C, D, A. Right? B, C, D, A. B. But B is going to pay again on 1/29. And the X day is going to be the 30th. And then it's going to pay on the 31st. So that's how it's going to be 2 times in a month. It's going to pay on the 6th, 1/6, and 1/31. So you get it. Now, I wish it was Tesla because I have a lot more shares of Tesla than I do NVIDIA. And I think we're going to go to PLTY and maybe some Maro. I think we're going to really boost up PLTY. We're trying to get this week to be a $1,000 week. So we got 671. So we're most of the way there. But really, I want to get it to 5,000 every week. 5,000 the first week, second week, and third week. Whatever Misty pays. But that's really how I want to build up and balance out. So we want to get Tesla to like maybe 5,500, 6,000 shares before we can just call it done for the week. But the minimum 5,000 shares I want for everything in the other weeks. That's my baseline. I'm not trying to do like 1,000 or 2,000. I want to get like 5,000. That way, if it pays $1, I get $5,000. So yeah, so it's gonna pay on the 6th and the 31st. So for this month, if we don't add any more shares, we should get $1,300 for those 2 times, for those 2 payments. And then in the middle here, we only have Alti, right? Let's go back. We only have Alti for that week, but we get like 200 a week from IWMO. So we have 1,011 shares. if Alti paid 80 cents, we would get like $1,000 that week too. So it's like $1,000 the third week, $1,000 the second week. We got 4,000 left on the first week. That's 4. Yeah. And then we need like 15,000 for Misty's week. And then we'd be at like 21,000 for the month. So we'll see how that goes. But that's the current setup, and that's where we're looking at. And using these funds, you can, take that the 6 whatever I said we just got for this week for Vinny, 671. You can put that into your kid's college fund, whatever other fund you use to save for your kid. So, but if you have the ability to do it, I think it's a great thing. As someone who graduated with student loan, it did feel like a setback in life. It takes time to pay that stuff off. So if you can save that your child the burden of that, that'd be pretty awesome. But hope you guys have a good rest of your day, good weekend, and talk to you later. Peace.